Okay. Okay. Very good afternoon, my dear students. Today, so in the yesterday's class, we discussed about CMOS design style, right? Now, today we are going to discuss about CMOS design style. Okay. So, what is the CMOS design style, and how to draw the stack diagram in the CMOS design style? Okay. All these things we will discuss now. Okay. Now, let us consider. Let me to share the screen now here. Okay. You just observe here the CMOS design style. Okay, you have this is the, let us assume that in CMOS design style, what are the rules are there in the NMOS design style? Approximately, we can follow the same rules, but somewhat different. Okay, in the NMOS design style, we are assuming that because in the NMOS design style, only NMOS transistors we are using. Okay, one is enhancing mode transistor, and there is a depressing mode transistor with the pull-up region. Okay, so but in case of CMOS design style, we are using two different type of transistors. One is L-channel FET and another is P-channel FET. Okay. So that is the main thing, right? So now in this case, okay. So but in case of CMOS design style, there is a few different transistors. Isn't it? One is P-channel and another is N-channel. So for the N-channel, there is enhancement mode transistor, that is pull down transistor. We can follow the same rules similar to that of our NMOS design style. But come to the CMOS design style, that is the P-type transistor, the pull-up transistors. We are going to use the color that is yellow color. Okay, yellow color is used to identify the CMOS, PMOS transistors in the CMOS design style. But actually, we are using yellow color in the NMOS design style for implant. Okay, to identify the depressor mode transistors, right? But here we are using only, but we are not using depressor mode transistors in the CMOS design style. For this case, for this reason, we are going to assign, okay, we are going to assign yellow color to P-type transistors. Okay, that is the difference you have to remember. And another very important thing, brown color. So basically, brown color is used in the NMOS design style for buried contact, right? For buried contact, we are going to use brown color. But we are not using the brown color, there is the buried contact in the NMOS design style. Remember, that is the another very important thing. Why? Because the brown color, the buried contact is used whenever a polysilicon join with the diffusion layers. Okay, then we are going to use a buried contact. But here, at any cost, okay, there is no direct contact between P channel and N channel. There is no N diffusion and P diffusion joined together. That's why no, we are not going to use buried contact in the CMOS design style. Okay, so that's why same brown color can be used in order to distinguish between N channel and P channels in the CMOS design style. That means we can call it as a demarcation line. Okay, this is called the demarcation line. Okay, the color for this demarcation line is brown color. Okay, we can use the brown color to indicate the demarcation line. So this is the boundary between PMOS and NMOS. Okay, this is the boundary between PMOS and NMOS. Remember this point in this case. The CMOS design style, we are having extra term that is called extra word here is called a demarcation line. Okay, demarcation line. Okay, so this is the most important line in this case. In order to draw the stick diagram, this demarcation line plays a very, very important role. Okay, now, so what is the color for the demarcation? Brown color. Remember that point. Okay, now what are there is some rules for this demarcation line. Okay, particularly for CMOS design style, we are following some rules here. We have to follow some rules. Depends upon the demarcation line. Okay, now what are those rules? The first thing is all the N-channel transistors must place below the demarcation line. Okay, all the N-channel FETs. Okay, what are the L-channel? All the N-channel transistors. Okay, that means all the diffusion, N diffusion layers. Okay, N diffusion layer must place below the demarcation line. Okay, that is the first thing you have to remember. And another very important thing, another rule is all the PMOS transistors. Okay, all the PMOS transistors place above the demarcation line. Okay, so this is the demarcation line. Below this, we are having only N-channel FETs. Okay, above the demarcation line, we are having only PMOS transistors. Remember this point. Okay, this demarcation line indicates there is a separation between N-channel transistors as well as the P-channel transistors. That means N-channel enhancement mode transistors as well as the P-channel enhancement mode transistor. That means pull up to pull up transistor, pull down transistor. Okay, there is a difference here. The main thing. Now, and another third rule in this case, no diffusion layers. No diffusion layers will cross the demarcation line. That is the most important thing. No diffusion, either P diffusion or N diffusion will cross the demarcation line. That is the first and third thing. Okay, no P diffusion. And fifth one is always remember which layers will cross the demarcation line. No diffusion, either N diffusion or P diffusion will cross the demarcation line. Okay, the whole never cross the demarcation line. Okay, N diffusion and P diffusion will not cross the demarcation line. That's the main thing you got to remember. And only polysilicon and metal will cross the demarcation line. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, only metal and polysilicon will cross the demarcation line. There is a chance. Okay, so by using these rules, we are going to construct a stick diagram in the NMOS CMOS design style. Okay, so what are the rules here? So we are having a CMOS in the CMOS design style. Brown color is used to identify the demarcation line, and yellow color is used to identify the P-channel FETs. Brown color, green color is used to identify N-channel FETs. Okay, and the remaining everything will be similar to that of your NMOS. Remaining, what are the remaining will be there? There is contact card, other things, other same similar to that of your CMOS design style. And another thing in this case, here we are in case of CMOS design style, we are using two metals, metal 1 and metal 2. Okay, metal 1 is similar to that of your NMOS design style. Okay, and we are having metal 2. Particularly in the stick diagram, there is no problem, but if it goes, you can, in order to draw the layout diagram, okay, these plays very important role. Okay, metal 1 and metal 2. Okay, but both color code for the metal 1 and metal 2 both are blue color only. But the difference in this case we'll discuss afterwards. Okay, so now here subject in the CMOS design style, all the N-channel transistors are located below the demarcation line. All the N-channel transistors, P-channel transistors are above the demarcation line. Remember that point, right? So next, no diffusion path. There is no N diffusion and P diffusion will cross the demarcation. Okay, so that is the second condition. This is very, very important. Okay, next only polysilicon and metals will cross the demarcation line. That is the main thing. Okay, remember, no diffusion path will cross the demarcation line. No diffusion cross must not cross the demarcation line, and no diffusion, there is N diffusion and P diffusion wise cannot join. Okay, that is the main thing. No diffusion line will join. Okay, remember that point. So that is the most important thing in the CMOS. These are the rules in the CMOS design style. Okay, now depending upon the, we can follow the depending upon these rules, we can draw the stick diagram in the CMOS design style. Right. Now I'll go to the next slide in this case. Okay, just comes on. The CMOS design style, N diffusion is green, P diffusion is yellow, metal 1 and metal 2 blue color, polysilicon is red, similar, contact glass is black, and demarcation line is blue color. Okay, that is the main difference. These two are the different in this case. And we are not using buried contact. Remember, we are using only ordinary contact only. Okay, we are not using buried and batik contact. We use only ordinary contact only. We'll discuss everything, how to draw the contact in the layout diagram. We'll discuss. Okay. Now let's go for the CMOS inverter schema stick diagram in the CMOS design style. Okay. How to draw the inverter stick diagram for the inverter in the CMOS design style. Okay, you know the schematic of the CMOS inverter. Okay, this is the schematic of the CMOS inverter, right? And remember, I'm not having red color. It is not available now. That's why I am using orange color here. But you must follow the rule here. Okay. So this is basically, I'm assuming that this is the red color. Okay, to identify, because I'm not having now. That's why I'm using only orange color here. Okay, orange color is also used for polysilicon, the second polysilicon. That's why I'm using here. But in the CMOS design style, we are using only single polysilicon. That is the red color. Okay, so now these are the main thing. Okay, and just remember, this is also is not a green; it is yellow. Okay, just now let us see how to draw the stick diagram in CMOS design style. Okay, so this is the VDD. This is the metal line. This is also a metal line. First, take a blue color. There is metal line, metal layers. Okay, draw a horizontal line. Blue by using a blue color like this. Okay, there must be sufficient space. Okay, and remember, I'm not having the brown color also. That's why I use this color here. Okay, basically this is the brown color, but I'm not having the brown color also here. That's why I use this color for demarcation line. Okay, but better to use in the examination. You can use only brown color for the demarcation line. Don't confuse in this case. Okay, now just observe here. Now in this case, first to draw the two parallel lines horizontally, and there must be sufficient space. Okay, to draw the stick diagram. Okay, and then exactly the middle. Okay, exactly at the middle, draw the demarcation line in the dotted form. Okay, take a brown color, draw a dotted line like this. Okay, so that means this is the demarcation, this is the boundary between the P channel and N channel transistors. Okay, this line is used, says that it is the boundary between N channel as well as the P channel. Remember that point. So now all the N channel transistors are located below the demarcation line, and all the P channel transistors are above the demarcation line. And that, in other words, we can say that all the P channel transistors are located between VDD and the demarcation line. Again, all the N channel transistors are located between demarcation line and VSS line. Okay, this is the VSS in CMOS design style. Okay, my negative value. Okay, these are signal lines. Okay, these are the power rails. Okay, now now this is the N channel transistor. Okay, so in the N channel, channel is N type. Okay, channel is N type. So therefore, so I'm using this method to draw the N channel transistor. Okay, you can use only a single vertical line also, no problem. So stick diagram you can draw, you must follow the rules, and you can draw in any way. Okay, you can follow any method, no problem. Okay, but the rules must be satisfied. That is the main thing. What are the rules here? Demarcation rules. Okay, above the transistor, above the demarcation only P channel, below the P. Okay, demarcation only N channels, and only polysilicon and metal blue color will cross the demarcation line. No diffusion path will cross the demarcation line. That means P diffusion will not cross the demarcation line, and N diffusion also will not cross the demarcation line. That is the main thing you have to remember in case of stick diagrams of CMOS design style. Okay, now first draw the N channel transistor by using a diffusion. Take a blue color, green color, draw the line like this. Okay, draw the line like this. Similarly, take a yellow color from VDD line, draw it in this form. Okay, you draw like this. Okay, that is the first thing. Second is, so okay, this is the green. So when the transistor be formed, whenever a polysilicon crosses the diffusion layer, what happens? Transistor will be formed. Okay, so therefore, now to draw the transistor, okay, take a red color, okay, cross it, okay, you must cross, okay, cross like this. So that they see this must be crossing. This is the crossing. Don't place the red color from up to here only. Okay, if you place like this, there is a chance that there is a contact. Okay, but there is no contact basically. Just draw a line. That's all. Okay, And similarly, take a red color, draw a line like this. Okay. Now here see that both inputs will be joined together. Okay. The inputs are coming from, no, we are drawing the inputs are from by using a polysilicon. Okay. So take a polysilicon, then extend the polysilicon from this point to this point. We can follow the condition here because only polysilicon and metal will cross the demarcation line. So directly join the 2 points here. Okay, and this is the A. Okay, similarly, now this is the source of the transistor, this is the drain of the transistor, P channel, and this is the drain of the N channel. These two must be joined together. So, but what is the condition for the demarcation now? What is, we are having a rule. Okay, if you join directly this P channel and N channel diffusions directly, so what happened? There is a violation of the rules. Therefore, without violating these rules, we are having another concept here. That is only polysilicon and metal layers will cross the demarcation line. So therefore, you cannot use the polysilicon to join these two layers because there is a chance of again existence of the transistor when the polysilicon crosses the diffusion. So therefore, we cannot use the polysilicon now. So better to go for the blue color, that is the metal one layer. Okay, by using a metal one layer, join these 2 points. Okay, by using metal one layer, you can join these 2 points. Okay, that means this point and this point will be joined together by using a metal line. Okay, drain of the N channel and the drain of the P channel will join together here. So you'll get a connection point here in this case. So that means, so this is the source of the transistor, P channel transistor. This is the drain of the P channel transistor. This will be connected to drain of the N channel transistor, and the source of the N channel will be connected here. And this is the polysilicon. This is the transistor will form in this region, and the transistor is formed here also. Okay, so this is the main thing. Okay, like this you can draw the CMOS design style. And another very important thing you have to remember. Okay, you're having the because the CMOS design style, you're having a well connections. Okay, P well or N well. You can design the transistor. You can fabricate the transistor either in P well concept or N well concept. Otherwise, you can use silicon on chip. That is also where our twin tap process, silicon on chip, and also twin tap process. Okay, by using those technologies, we are going to fabricate the transistor, CMOS technologies. Okay, but now just observe here, we are having a well, we can follow only well structure. Okay, we can follow the well structure. So well structure means to construct the, for example, we go for the P channel FET. We can construct the inverter either in P well or in the N well. Okay, so that is the main thing. But in case of assuming that we are using a P well, okay, P well means in the well. Okay, well is the P type material. So for this case, we are having the substrate is N channel, N type material. So in the N type material, we are going to use the P well. In the P well, okay, we are going to construct N channel FET. That means if you consider it in the P well structure, okay, so this is located, this N channel transistor located in the well. Okay, so well, and this P channel FET will be located in the substrate material. Okay, that is the main difference. Already just to go to the previous classes, previous topic, the well structure. Okay, you'll get a somewhat idea. Okay, so this is the P well. If it is N well, so what happens in the N well, we are going to fabricate the P channel transistor. So it becomes N well, and this will be located in the substrate. Okay, so that is the main difference. Okay, and remember here we are having crosses. Okay, this, for example, if you use the if you use a P well, okay, if the P well, N type transistor located in the P well, okay, so this is the well connection. Okay, this is the well connection. Well will be connected to the power supply. Okay, that is the main important. Okay, and the P well, what happened? This is the substrate terminal. Okay, this is the substrate connection to the VDD line. Okay, the substrate connection for the VDD line. Now, how many crosses we can place in the stick diagram? That is also very important. That depends upon the number of transistors in the P well pull up and pull down region. Okay, for example, the number of transistors, total number of transistors in the pull down region is less than or equals to 4. Okay, number of transistors used in the pull down region is less than or equal to 4. Same number of transistors we are having in the pull up region, then we can use only one cross. okay, on the power rails. Okay, in this power rail, we can use only one cross. On the VDD power rail, also we can use only one cross. So this cross indicates the number of transistors in this region is less than or equal to 4. Okay, but here also we are assuming that the number of transistors is less than 4 or equal to 4. Okay, so that's why we are having the cross mark here. For example, the number of transistors greater than 4, then you can use up to 8. 4 plus 4, 4 is 8. 8 plus 4 is in terms of 4. Okay, multiples of 4 here. 4 plus 4 plus 4 like this. Okay, 4 plus 4 is 8. So next is 8. Up to 8, you can use 2 crosses. Up to 12, you can use 3 crosses. Up to 16, you can use 4 crosses like this. Okay, so like this we are going to use. That means the number of transistors are located below 4. Okay, number of transistors used below 4, then we can use only one cross here and one cross here. Okay, but if the number of transistors is greater than, for example, the number of transistors used in the pull down region is 5, then you can use 2 crosses because the 5 is greater than 4 and less than 8. So like this. If the number of transistors is greater than 8, that is, for example, 9, 10, 11, like this, up to 12. Okay, we can use another cross like this. For every 4 transistors, okay, we can use one extra transistor here. Okay, one extra cross on the VDD line as well as the VSS line. That is the main thing you have to remember in this case. So this is the well connection or also substrate connection. If you consider this is the well connection, the P well. If it is N well, this cross becomes, because the P-type transistor located in the N well. So this is the N connection, well connection. It becomes well connection, and this is become substrate connection. This is the thing you have to remember in this case, right? There is about the inverter structure. There is inverter stick diagram in the, and you can use the output here from here. Okay, join together these two by a blue color and take the output from here. And remember, you can use either polysilicon or you can use diffusion or you can use any layer in this case to get the output. If you use the metal line directly, no need of any contact. Okay, similarly, already contacts are there here. From this point, we can use either polysilicon or from this we can use diffusion to make a output. Okay, there is you can follow any method in this case. Okay, that is about the inverter in the CMOS design style. Next, we can go for the NAND gate CMOS design style, in CMOS design style. Okay, first draw the structure schematic. Already we discussed. Okay, already we discussed the schematic here. So it consists of 2 transistors in parallel because the NAND gate AB whole bar. AB means A into B. That means the 2 transistors are connected in the series, the pull down region, and 2 transistors are connected in the pull up region is parallel. Okay, this is the P channel, this is the N channel. Connect the circuit like this. And to draw the stick diagram, you can follow the same procedure, but somewhat different, that's all. Okay, so here just observe, this is VDD line, you can draw a horizontal line. Here also we are going to draw the horizontal line, right? Then just follow here, because these 2 transistors are connected in series connection. So we can follow the series connection means yes, series means series, SERIES, series. So in this case, the first letter is S. So you can identify like this. Okay, series connection. That means we can take the S connection. That means we are going to implement the S diffusion layer. Okay, N diffusion in the form of S, opposite S. You can use S or opposite of reverse of S, no problem. So this is in the form of S. Okay, so therefore I am using this method here. So we can follow like this. Okay, similarly, for parallel connection, no need of any P-type here. There is this diffuse will be same method you can take. So this is the yellow color. Okay, dry yellow color like this, and N diffusion be like this. Okay, right? Or you can draw a single vertical line, no problem. You can connect the polysilicon different depending structure. Maybe you can try anyway, any method, but you must follow the rule. Okay, so that's the main thing. So draw the demarcation line. No P channel will be crosses this, no P diffusion will cross the demarcation line, and no N diffusion will cross the demarcation line. only polysilicon and metal will cross the demarcation line. So this is the P transistors we are going to place like this, and here also we are going to like this. Now see, we are going to join these 2 points. Okay, we are going to join these 2 points. That's why we can change, no problem. This one here, no problem. Okay, so therefore we can draw to take a red color and join these 2. Okay, because only polysilicon and metal metal layers will cross the demarcation line. Okay, so draw a line like this. It must cross, otherwise no transistor will form. Okay, it must cross. Here also it must cross. Okay, cross the diffusion. The transistor will form here, and the transistor will form here. Okay, so the common point is input A. Okay, that is the first transistor is over. Another transistor is you can draw from here. You can draw from directly, you draw here like this. Otherwise, you draw like this also, no problem. Okay, you can follow as you like, you can follow. So this is another transistor formation. Okay, so these 2 points will be joined together because A and B will be also joined together. Okay, B also joined together. Okay, gates of the transistor. Right. Next, the drain of this transistor, top of this transistor, the drain of this transistor will be joined together. P and N channel transistors joined together, but will not cross the demarcation line. Okay, no diffusion path will cross the demarcation line. So for this case, you take a metal layer, join these 2 points. Okay, this is source, this is drain. This is source up to this one, this is drain. So join these 2 by the metal and join this point here. Okay, join here the drain of the N channel. Okay, this is the connection. Okay, this is the black color. This is also black color, black color, black color. Ordinary contact only. Okay, and take input B A. Okay, there must cross here. Otherwise, no transistor will form. Okay, a transistor will form here. Here also another transistor form. Another transistor formation here. Okay, that is about the stick diagram. Similarly, we are having how many number of transistors? Only 2 transistors, which is less than 4. So only 1 cross is sufficient. Here also we can use 1 cross. Okay, depending upon the well, you can draw the concept there. Okay, that is about the end diffusion. Okay, NAND gate in the CMOS design style. Right. Next we go for the NOR gate. So this is the structure of the NOR gate. Okay, this is the structure of the NOR gate. Okay, you can draw like this also, no problem. These 2 will be joined together, A. These 2 will be joined together, B. These 2 are in series, and these 2 in parallel. Okay, drain to drain, source to source, drain to drain, and these 2 are joined together. Okay, so, okay, this is the series connection, this is the parallel connection. So in the same way, we can draw the structure. Okay, so this is the first you take a blue color, draw a horizontal line. You take another blue color and another horizontal line, draw a horizontal line. Okay, there must be sufficient space, and take a brown color. This is not a brown actually. Take a brown color and draw a demarcation line. Okay, this is the first thing you have to remember. Okay, and then since just observe to the 2 transistors. So I did some mistake here. This is not a NOR gate, this is a NAND gate. Okay, this is a NAND function. The schematic is wrong here. Okay, so try a schematic with 2 parallel combination and then series combination here. Okay, I will correct it now afterwards. So CMOS NOR gate. You can draw the structure of the CMOS NOR gate here. So this is correct. Okay, so now just observe here in this NOR gate. In the NOR gate, what happened? We are having 2 transistors in parallel. Okay, 2 N-channel transistors in parallel. Therefore, we can draw the parallel structure like this. Okay, we can draw the parallel structure. In diffusion will be like this, and P channel FETs are connected in series. So in the form of series connection, we are going to represent like this. Okay, or you can draw a single vertical line also, no problem. So I am drawing like this for the sake of simplicity. I am going to like this. So this is the series connection of the two transistors. Okay. Next one is we are going to join one transistor gate of the two transistors. Yes. So we can take a red color and join these 2 points like this, and take a point here. Similarly, another transistor forms in this case. This is another transistor formation. This is another transistor formation. So we are having another way. Okay, and similarly here also, this is the B and this is A. Okay, so this is the source region, this is the drain region, and this is the source region, this is the drain region. Two drains will join together, and this drain will be connected to the drain of the pull-up transistor. So the pull-up transistor will be connected in series. This is source up to this one. This is the drain. This is the gate. This is the drain terminal, and this is the gate terminal. This is the drain, and this is source. Okay, so these two will be joined together, and then to join these 2 points by using layers like this. So the transistor will form here. Okay, the drain of this transistor, the drain of this transistor will be joined together by using a metal. So only demarcation line, metal and polysilicon will cross the demarcation line. No diffusion path will cross the demarcation. That is the reason why we are going to connect the paths like this. Okay, there is about A plus B. Okay, forget. Similarly, here also the number of transistors in the pull down region is only 2. Pull up also we are having 2. That's why only one cross is sufficient on the VDD and VSS line. Right? That is about the CMOS design style. Right? So remember the rules here and follow the concept. Definitely we get some more idea about this one. Okay, in the next class we'll go for some other stick diagrams in the CMOS design style, and then we can go for the remaining layouts. Okay. That is about the CMOS design style. Okay, so now I'm going to stop this. So remember that point, most important thing in this case. So CMOS design style, the yellow color is used, particularly see, remember the point. Okay, only yellow color is used in the stick diagram. You can use the same color, that is green color for the PMOS also. Okay, but the stick diagram to identify the N and P transistors, you can use the yellow color for P transistors and green color for the N channel transistors. Okay, pull down transistors. Similarly, red color is used to identify the polysilicon layer, that is the gate terminals. Similarly, we are going to use metal 1 layer and contacts. The contact we are not using the buried contact, so only we are using ordinary contact. So when the ordinary contact is used, so whenever the metal 1 is joined with the any other material, okay, any other layers, metal with any other layer, okay, joined together, we are going to use metal simple contact, okay, ordinary contact, you can say. So whenever a polysilicon, whenever a diffusion and polysilicon is joined together, okay, diffusion and polysilicon joined together, you can use a buried contact, but there is no chance, there is no, we are not going to join polysilicon, N diffusion and polysilicon in this case. Okay, so that is the main thing in this case. So that means only we are going to use the big, because just see, we're not going to join the connection between polysilicon and diffusion paths. Okay, there is no chance. So that's why we are not going to use buried contacts in the CMOS design style. But remember, this is the crossing. Okay, there is no contact here. Okay, this is the channel. Okay, this point is the channel, and this polysilicon must cross here. Then only the transistor will be formed. Okay, if there is a contact cut, there is no chance of existence of the transistor. Remember, that is we are going to violate the rules here, the CMOS design style. Okay, so therefore only polysilicon will cross the demarcation line to form a transistor. Okay, only polysilicon will cross whenever the polysilicon crosses the diffusion path, a transistor is formed, and only polysilicon and metal layers will cross the demarcation line, and no diffusion paths, that means N diffusion or P diffusion will cross the demarcation line. Okay, these are the most important rules you have to remember in this case. Okay, so this is the Okay, this is, I'm going to stop the screen now. We'll meet you in the next class. Okay. Nice, ma.